Hey, what's going on? You're not listening to Talk Music, Ent Pod Show. I am your host, King Philippe. You know I love it, right? You know I love it. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming here. I appreciate the love. Remember, if you're listening to this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel, please. I'm trying to get my subscriber up. Thumbs up this video if you like it. And please talk to me in the comment box. Let's talk about it. If you're hearing this on YouTube or anywhere else, please share this audio. I'm trying to gain more followers for my pod show as well. So come join me. Be a part of my royal family. Because y'all are my kings and queens, y'all. But anyway, kings and queens, settle down. And let's talk about Solange. Now, I recently made a video maybe about a week ago about Solange. And I recently made an audio maybe about a week ago about Solange. And I just listened to the rough draft. I didn't really like it, so I'm making a new one. Oh my God. I just burnt my face. I made some hot tea just a minute ago, and this was actually my first time making hot tea without lemon. Whenever I make my hot tea, I like to have lemon, a real lemon. But some people use lemon juice. Well, I like to have my own lemon, and I squeeze my juice in there, and honey. I didn't have any lemons today, so this is just hot tea and honey. But it's still good. It's so good to the point that I'm over here burning my face off trying to drink it. You feel me? But anyway, this is not a tutorial about lemon and hot tea. This is about Solange. Well, I love to go on YouTube, and I love to watch reviews and reactions. And it's like my favorite thing, one of my favorite things to do, especially when it comes to music and artists that I really, really like. I love to hear other people's opinion because y'all gonna hear me say this a million times, but I have this weird obsession with music. And a lot of people don't hear music or see music or feel music the way I hear, see, and feel. Because I feel like it's like way deeper for me because it's really the air that I breathe, the food that I eat, and my happiness, my therapy. It's all that for me. And a lot of people have other things that they're more focused on. Basketball player focus on basketball. That's what they love. And a doctor focuses on his medical study because that's what he or she loves. I consider myself a musician. I focus on music, period, all the way around. With that being said, I love to hear other people that either come close to what I'm thinking or dead on. So, and that because it's very rare to me. So, I'm on YouTube, looking and scrolling, and I see this reaction by one of my favorite person who I like to watch, AJ. It's a girl named AJ. I like to watch her videos, and she's going through the album, and she just she giving me these weird faces. No, and this song's not that memorable. I don't know. Pretty much she gave the album a bad review. Now, with that being said, when I first heard about Solange New Album dropping, it had to been on a Thursday or a Friday. But I know both days I was extremely busy. We remodeling, redoing the floor in my studio, taking out carpet, putting floor down, recording, writing, doing new pod shows and stuff. I had a lot of things going on. I also had people in and out of the studio, and it was a lot going on. So, and I played the first record, and I'm like, no. My homeboy was like, I thought you was all excited. Solange just dropped. I thought you finna listen to the album. Me being a fan of Solange, I know. So you got to know you have to know what you're listening to, and who that artist is. I know Solange. I've been a fan of hers for a very long time, since her second. I really liked her doing her first album, but even her first album wasn't really who Solange really is as an artist. Her second album really identified who Solange is as an artist, with the neo type old school vibe. Solange is an artist, period, to where her sister is more of an entertainer. And that's why I find myself like Beyonce. Everybody knows she's like, Beyonce can fart on the album, and that's all on the album, and I probably would still go buy it. That's just how much I love Beyonce. And it probably, Beyonce farted. Oh my God, that was the best, the best fart ever. That's just how crazy I am about Beyonce. But when it really comes down to like musically, it's kind of hard for me to listen to a lot of Beyonce records on record, if that makes any sound, any different. Makes any sense. Like take Irreplaceable or Resentment. That record can come on right now on the radio, and I probably change it to where I hear a Solange song, and I'm like, no, you finna let that play. I love Solange music a lot more than I love Beyonce music. When it comes to Beyonce, I would much rather hear the live version of Beyonce anything. That's what she kills me at. Live. I love her. Like, I love her music, but live, if I could just get a live version of every album, I'll be satisfied. That's just where it is when it comes to Beyonce. But back to her sister, Solange. Like I said, Solange is what you call one of them, an artist. Like, really, really just art. When you think of Erykah Badu, an artist like that, like who's really, really artist, that's where Solange come in at. She's very, very much so in that category. I remember buying Solange's second album. Me and my good friend at the time, Noir, he bought Janelle Monáe album. I think it was her first. And I bought Solange album, and I bought Michelle Williams Unexpected album, which was like R&B dance. It wasn't a gospel album. It was like her first album that wasn't gospel. And I remember loving Michelle album right away. Big production from Rico Love, and Rico Love wasn't even that big at the time. But I remember being very, very obsessed with Rico, because I love songwriters, period. No matter if you're mainstream or not. If you're a songwriter, and in my studying, I got to know who you are, I mess with you. So Rico Love heavily produced Michelle Williams album, that Unexpected album. So I like that right off top. Janelle Monáe, I used to always tell Noah, I'm like, this album is good, but it's so far ahead of her time. She's another one of them artists that like really, really, when you think of them, you think of art, because they're just so visual and just very into the arts of music. Janelle Monáe, and then Solange. I didn't get into Solange album right away. It actually took me about 6 months. And my roommate, Phil, what we would do is we would put music on the Xbox, and while we sitting there playing Mortal Kombat and Gears of War and all that, these music would play randomly. And Solange music started playing, and he was like, are you listening to her? You're a writer. You're real big on lyrics. Are you not hearing what Solange is saying? And I started listening to her lyrical content and just listening to Solange, and I'm like, wow, Solange is amazing. Amazing. Like, that second album, it's probably one of my favorite albums even to this day. It's a press play album. You can listen to every record. Every record. So that's when I became a fan of Solange. Then True came, and there was that EP, and then the seat at the table got here, and people was like, oh my God, Solange, this, that, and the third, and everybody on this Solange, everybody's on the Solange bandwagon now. And so this album dropped, and I'm hearing, It's not as good as the last one and this and such and such. Well, when I did finally sit down and listen to the album, it was 3 days later. It was on a Sunday. It was very calm and chill and, raining outside. And that was the time. See, for Solange, you got to make sure you be set up for the environment. If I would listen that Thursday or that Friday when it dropped, all these people over here and stuff, I would have probably been like, oh my God, what Solange got going on here? But as a true fan of Solange, no. I knew that I had to be in the right environment. Blunt lit, just chilling by myself to really get into that album. And this album is really, really dope. Nothing less than a Solange album. I really dig this album. I love it. I really like the album. So what I'm saying to the new people that are just, or who became a fan of Solange from A Seat at the Table, what I'm saying to y'all is, Solange hasn't changed. It's not different, but it is different from the last album. But it's still Solange, and you just got to really know what you're dealing with. Know who you're dealing with when it comes to Solange, because she's just not a regular artist, So you can't put this on a Friday night having never heard this album before, or you turned up to the Mac and you never heard this album before and think you're just going to like it right away. It don't work like that. It took me 6 months to appreciate Solange masterpiece. I still think her second album is the best, period. But then at the same time, I think each album she's giving me something different to appreciate. Especially True. Like, I love that EP. It was sickening. So with that being said, when it comes to Solange, if you just became a fan of hers from her last project, then yeah, it'd probably take you a minute to really get into this new album and to really just understand who Solange is as an artist. And just in case I haven't mentioned the name of the album, it's called When I Get Home. That's the name of the album. But When I Get Home is definitely, it's more personal. Everybody don't need to be at your house when you get there. So, it's only for the ones that got an invitation to come to Solange's house when she get home. Because you just don't invite anybody to your house. Well, me saying that, because I had just recently read on the internet, it was like Solange New Album isn't for everyone, and that's a good thing. And all Solange album is like that. It's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to get Solange music. But that's who Solange is as an artist. And I love the fact that she don't care. It's not about numbers when it comes to Solange or popularity when it comes to Solange. It's all about the art. And I can appreciate that more than anything. More than anything. So, and another thing, JC said this a long time ago, and I try to always go by this method. You can't judge an album by listening to it once. He was like, it takes at least a couple of months to decide on whether or not an album is good or not. And that is so true. That is so true. Like I said, it took me 6 months to get into Solange's second album. But I find myself, even to this day, listening to music or albums from artists that when I first bought it, I didn't like that song, to where now this song is my favorite. 2 years later, and such and such, this had become one of my favorite songs. Or 3 months later, or a couple of weeks later, I remember I said I didn't like that song, but now I like it. It takes time to really, really appreciate certain things, especially when it comes to music. So, just our first listen, a lot of the new fans, they're not going to get it. But I will say for the ones who, I don't know, who didn't appreciate it or didn't like it, I'll say give it at least 5 more chances. Listen to the album 5 more times and then come back and tell me that you don't like it. Those my ideals and thoughts and my feeling about Solange's new album, When I Get Home. Remember, if you feel different or feel the same, hit me up in the comment box. Let's talk about it. Remember, share love, be love, and thanks for listening, man. Until next time.